Hello and welcome into the very annoyed Knicks-Verse. That result in Houston was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't understand how a ref can make that call on a desperate heave last second with the score tied. Just let the teams play it out. You really want to decide that game? You really? NBA? Do you? Adam Silver? Do you? What the fuck? What the fuck were you thinking? And then you have the opportunity to overturn it. Incidental contact. That's all you have to call. And no, because then it makes the guy who made the call look bad. You care more about your own image? Is that what we're seeing here? Let me show you this play right now. Let me show it to you right now. This is what happened today. The Knicks lost 105-103 to Houston. Yes, the still incredibly depleted Knicks, but man, this was a game that should have gone to overtime. It would have been great. It would have been a great story. Tomorrow, we'd all be talking about, oh, what a great battle Houston and the Knicks had. Whoever ends up winning, even if the Knicks still lost in overtime, it would still be a great story. Now, we have this bitter taste in our mouths because the fucking refs decided, oh, we're going to go in and, decide this game. Why? You have money on it? I have to ask that question when a call like that is made. Especially when it's on Jalen Brunson. This is a guy who literally almost every single time he's going down to score gets fouled and he doesn't get called for it. But you decide to call a foul on him on a desperate 30-foot heave from Aaron Holiday that had zero chance of going in as the game clock is ending. Ridiculous. Where's your awareness? I always talk about players having lack of situational awareness. Where's the situational awareness for refs? Here we go. No, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Look at that. There. It had zero chance of going in. Look at Brunson's like, what? Even Aaron Holiday's a little surprised. And here's another angle. Here's another angle of this coming up. Here it is. Here, look. Oh, no. This is the repeat. Where's the other angle? Right here. Oh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's how this game ended right there. 105-103. This is going to hurt. The Knicks have now lost I believe 3 out of the last 4 games. Maybe even more. Refs just gave that game to the Rockets. With the score tied, the right call would have been a no call. There's OT to decide the end of the game. Nobody pays money to have a ref decide the outcome of an NBA game. Nobody. They're not going to show that. I mean, it's not like a fun highlight for ESPN or NBA channel, whatever the hell. That's not this is pathetic. It's a pathetic result. And especially when you consider, look what happened here. Look at this. The Rockets went to the free throw line 33 times. The Knicks went 12 times. 12. What happened here? I honestly, there had to be money on this game in terms of the refs. This doesn't make any sense to me. I know what I'm saying is insane. I know what I'm saying is an incredible accusation. But when you think about that, the Knicks get to the free throw line more than most teams in the NBA, and the Rockets don't, that this is what happens tonight? Come on. Brunson was abused. He barely got any calls. Look at this result. I'm just stunned by this. The New York Knicks needed this win. They tried to get this win. They still were depleted. They finally got, at least one big back, which was Jericho Sims. Played a good game. But at the end, when the refs are playing against you, it's hard to win in a tight game in the NBA. Yaron Weitzman tweeted this out. This is a stacked category this season, but the officials in this Rockets-Knicks game might have just made the worst call of the year. And I 100% agree with him. 100%. Here are the stats. There's going to be a short recap because I am livid. I cannot believe what I just saw tonight. We're talking about a Knicks team that barely has enough players. The previous game barely had enough players to even put on the court. And then, they get out there, they battle their hearts out, they make it exciting. They make it they almost get you to an overtime situation, which is the dream of any NBA, TV broadcast or anything like that. This is what you want. You want more. And the Knicks gave it to them, but the refs snatched it away with a ridiculous call. Incidental contact. Precious Achiuwa played almost 40 minutes, 4 of 8, 17 rebounds for him. Beautiful. 8 points. Jericho Sims started 29 minutes for him, only 7 rebounds, but played a decent game. But, he's limited offensively, just wasn't quite in the flow. And also, he might still be recovering from whatever illness he had. But he gave 29 minutes, 7 rebounds for him. Jalen Brunson, not a great game for him tonight. 27 points, but he was 10 of 25, shot 40%, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 personal fouls. The fourth one was the deadly one. But Josh Hart, I will say, for a while there, I was pulling my hair out with watching him play, passing up 3-point shots. The beauty was in that, I think it was in the third quarter, maybe been early fourth quarter, he passed up a 3 that he should not have, and immediately I'm tweeting, texting friends, what the fuck? The next time he hits it, then he hits it, and it's like he understood he made a mistake. You cannot pass up 3-point attempts. You cannot. When they're open, when they're good, they're right in your wheelhouse, you got to take it. I don't give a fuck if you don't have no confidence. You take that shot. That is the best shot. You think by passing it up, you're going to find a better shot? No. The whole possession has been situated so you take that shot. And he did it the following times. Kudos to him. Shout out to him. He ended up having a good game. 17 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists for him. 42 minutes. Now, the minutes may be impacting. Of course, they are impacting the decision-making. I mean, they're out there on the court a long time, much longer than they used to. Dante also didn't have a great game for himself, efficiency-wise, 23 points on 21 attempts, 5 of 14 from the three-point line. But he finally just gave you some numbers, gave you some totals that we needed. 5 rebounds for him, 4 assists. Taj Gibson, 5 minutes, he was just there to fill up some time, minutes eaters right there, inning eater. But Bojan Bogdanovic, 23 minutes, 7 of 13, only 1 of 5 from the three-point line, unfortunately, but did give us 15 points, 4 rebounds. And there was a moment there where he missed a wide-open corner 3 that is just unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. But it is still new. The situation is still new, and I was half kidding when I said, can we void the trade? I was half kidding. But the point is, bro, this is what we brought you in here for. You're a 45% corner three-point shooter, I believe, or something unbelievable like that. 1 of 5 tonight. 1 of 5 for Burks from the three-point line. The 2 new guys we brought in, 2 of 10 from the three-point line, and the Knicks barely lost this game. Imagine and either one of those 2 guys has a decent game, we win this game. We're shorthanded, but that shouldn't be an excuse. It also is not an excuse. Why did Miles McBride only play 5 minutes, Thibs? Why? Only 5 minutes for him. 2 for 2, 4 points. Why do you look at this? 39 minutes for Precious, 39 minutes for Brunson, 42 for Hart, 41 for Dante. You couldn't find an additional 5-6 minutes for Deuce? He's become one of our best, actually, step-back shooters, off the dribble shooters. That's what he's become. He's like the new IQ on this team, and you only put him out for 5 minutes. This game could have been won, should have been won. Two different things. I'm talking about two different things. One is Thibs' coaching, and the other one is the actual refs taking it away from us. They both happened, and yet the Knicks still only lost by 2. So in some ways, this loss is a bit encouraging when you think about how many guys, incredible players we have, sitting out. OG, Julius, Mitch, and Isaiah Hartenstein. None of them could play. All 4 guys who could start on any team in the NBA couldn't play tonight, and the Knicks barely lost this game on the road. On the road, by the way. So it is a little bit it is encouraging, but it's also incredibly frustrating that we lost this game because we need the wins right now. I don't want us to fall into the 6th seed, 5th seed. We got to stay in that 3rd seed range and even make a play for the 2nd seed. It's going to be tough during this stretch when we're missing players. Now, we have one more game before the All-Star break. Would have been beautiful to win this one right now, but it didn't happen. Incredibly frustrating, as you can tell. We look at the plus-minus. Precious was a +3. Sims, a +7. Brunson was a -1. The last play in the game, right there. There was three free throws given to Aaron Holiday. Just hand it to him. For no reason, for no justifiable reason. Josh Hart, the starters all played pretty much plus tonight. +2 for Hart, +2 for DiVincenzo, -13 for Bojan. Now, he's learning the game, and also I was pissed off at his approach. And the other thing I want to talk about is Burks. Look, Alec Burks, someone who, if anyone even talks to him, has a conversation with him, let him know that when you're on the court with Jalen Brunson, you are not allowed to drive. You are not allowed to drive to the basket. You suck at driving on the basket. You suck at finishing. We have a guy who's the best in the NBA. One of the very best. Give him the fucking ball. Let him do it. If anyone's going to drive to the basket, it's going to be Jalen Brunson. It's not going to be you, Alec Burks. Wake up. Understand who you're playing with now. Situational awareness. We need that from you. You're a veteran. Get the memo. Read the memo. Put it under your pillow. Wake up when you see it. I'm really fucking around. I'm really just fucking around. I'm just, this loss, yeah, it sucks. And I'm annoyed. We should have been a win. But there are things to glean from it that are very hopeful for the eventually what the Knicks will be. What the fully healthy Knicks will be. But guys, these are the things that we have to cut out. These mistakes, these mental farts, like Josh Hart passing up an open 3, like Alec Burks deciding, I'm going to go and drive and make this bucket. No, bro. You're great. You're lethal in the corners. Just own that part of the game. Driving, that's Brunson. Driving, that's Randall. Driving, maybe even Bojan. Not you, Burks. Not you. Houston Rockets, yeah, I'm sure they're happy. They're ecstatic by this win. It annoys me tremendously. Dylan Brooks was really the star of this game. 6 of 7 from the 3-point line. Often wide open looks. And I'm attributing that to just, a lot of those, I would think about half of those came while Bojan and Burks were on the court. He just didn't understand who needs to be out where. They'll take care of that eventually. But that guy, 23 points, 6 of 7 from the 3-point line, 5 rebounds for him. Excellent game for him. And Jabari Smith Jr., who I'm excited to keep watching him play. I think he's going to be a really good NBA player. He ended up with 20 points, 7 rebounds. And but look, Jalen Green, that guy, I don't know. I don't know why people even thought he was going to be good. I did not. And during that draft, I was not a fan of his, and I'm glad I wasn't. I stick with that. Alperen Sengun, yes, he's a battler. I like him as well. 18 points. Rockets have some interesting pieces, but they are nowhere in the league of the New York Knicks and should never have won this game, no matter how depleted we are. Here we go. The Knicks shot 45.7%, and the Rockets shot 45, almost even, almost the same. The Knicks got an additional 12 field goal attempts, which they needed because the Rockets got, look how many trips. They got an additional 21 trips to the free throw line. An additional free, like charity, 21 points that they got free to get. That's rough. Luckily, they didn't make that many. If they had, this game would have been over a long time ago. The Knicks would not have had a chance to have tied the game. I mean, God, this fucking hurts, man. Did everything right to get the tie and go into overtime, and the refs just make that move. God, let's watch that fucking annoying play again. Look at this. Look at this. Look at excellent defense by Precious right here on Green. Look at that. Cuts him off, suffocates him, forces this desperate. Look, you can't see the clock, but it's like 0.3. Oh, look at Brunson's like, what? You call that on what? And look at Thibs. What? The game was tied. It's not like the Knicks were ahead by 2. And you're like, okay, well, you commit that foul, it's marginal. Going to give it to the offensive play. No. This was a tie game. There was no need for this situation. And I like that Deuce was out on the court. That was a smart move by Thibs, having Deuce out there. And then that happened. I might have switched and had Deuce on Aaron because Aaron was playing pretty well. But I think, who was Deuce guarding? Deuce may have been guarding Brooks at that point. Let me see. We go back to it. For some reason, these videos freeze. Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's what it was. Deuce was guarding Brooks. That makes sense. Oh, man. I'm telling you, these losses we've picked up recently, I don't want to say what I was going to say, but I hope that we are able to overcome this little rough stretch where we're playing incredibly depleted. I hope we're able to overcome it post All-Star game when we finally get some players back, because we're going to need to go on another one of these great runs, these like 9-0 runs, 14-2, maybe that's a little too much, but whatever, a 12-4 run. We need to go on one of those runs pretty soon, because right now we're dropping games the Knicks should win. And in the end, wins and losses are all that matters. I know people think, oh, you know what? I don't think home court is that important. Well, I hate to break the news to you, but it is. It sure mattered to the Denver Nuggets last year to get through the West. So let's hope that this heartbreaking loss, the sting of it, lingers. I want it to linger. I want the Knicks players to look at each other, look at themselves, and try and figure out, wait, how did we lose this game? How did we let this game get away from us? And then they'll come up with answers. I have no doubt that they will. With Jalen Brunson at the helm, these Knicks will be back on track. I believe that. I believe that in my soul. It's just frustrating to see this happen right now. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. This is Into the Knicks-Verse. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel on YouTube. We're almost 8,200 subscribers. It's fantastic trying to get to 10,000. This is a great season, even though this is a frustrating loss. It's fantastic to even be talking about this loss, because we got a really great team here. We got a great team right now. It's depleted. Once all the pieces start coming back and they have some time to gel together. Can't wait to see OG out on the court with a Bojan. That's going to be beautiful. Let's go. All right. I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.